and thank you once again for joining us here on Wine Down Fridays. I'm your host, Veronica Ward, along with my beautiful co-host.
Hi, it's Sabrina Brown.
Thank you guys once again for joining us here on Wine Down Fridays. Hope you got your wine ready. So tonight's subject is, can you show love without saying anything?
Oh, yes.
Without saying a word. Can you still show it?
Girl, I hope
So we're going to talk about that tonight.
All right.
As well as we're going to get the wine of the week. So what we got tonight, Sabrina?
Girl, we are feeling festive in this beautiful scenery tonight. I'm
All
loving
right,
it.
honey.
I'm loving it. So gorgeous. To go along with our festiveness, we're going to try a wine called Fetzer. It's a Gewürztraminer.
Gewürztraminer.
Say that 3 times. Gewürztraminer.
Gewürz the wieners.
It is a white wine. It's supposed to be out of France. I thought it was a German wine, but it's out of France.
Okay.
Now it's a semi-dry wine. It's supposed to have notes of rose petals.
You got us eating bushes.
Girl, bushes, roses, honeysuckle, geraniums, let's say pineapple and orange zest.
Oh, wow.
So to smell it as well as taste it. So
Okay,
let's try this.
This is going to be interesting.
All right, cheers.
All right, cheers, you guys.
All right.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
I love Gewürztraminer.
I love the wieners. That smells good. Now I can do this. I'm usually the sweet wine kind of person, but this is, it's got a little hint of sweet, but it's not
sweet, but it's not overly sweet.
Right. It's not like the Moscato.
Yeah.
It's not gonna make you shut your eye and wink the other one like it usually do. Some of them things they be so dry, like, oh my God.
Right. It's very mild, and it just kind of melts in your mouth.
That is really smooth.
Isn't it smooth? I love it.
Now I like this. I really
love
now
it.
that's one of them dry ones.
That one.
She's not so dry, honey.
No.
She done had some lotion on her. She ain't cracking or
Took
nothing.
the ashiness away. No more dryness.
She good. So y'all need to try it. So what's the name of it again?
It is a Fetzer Gewürztraminer.
Gewürztraminer.
That W it sounds like a V.
Okay.
It's a W, but it's a Gewürztraminer.
Okay, well, awesome.
All right.
Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome. I'm loving it.
That is awesome. That was good though. I really do like this one.
too.
That's awesome.
All right.
So y'all, so think about your partner. Think about how long you've been with them and everything.
Yeah.
And think about the way you love him or her.
Okay.
Can you show them love without saying anything?
Wow.
Can you show them love? Wow. And they know that you love them.
They gotta know it. So if you're showing it, you don't have to say it very often, but as long as you're showing it, I'm thinking by your body language, how you treat them, they should know.
Yeah. And what was that thing you used to always say? Is love an action or a feeling?
Oh.
We got into that topic one time because men think of it totally one way.
Yeah.
And women think of it as another way. You know?
Right.
But you have to still say, okay, how do they know that you love them?
Right.
What are you doing? Like people say, well, that's why you say it's an action word, because you got to show some action.
Yeah.
Or some of them say, well, you can't show the action, you ain't feeling nothing. That's why it's a feeling.
True. Yeah.
So you have to feel something for somebody in order to show them that you love them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I can't just go through movements if I have no feelings there.
Exactly.
You know, so I guess love is both.
I think it's both, because if your partner's not feeling it, you gotta figure out what they want. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Are you feeling what I'm doing, or should I try it another way? Because if I'm not doing this right, I need to know.
Yeah, and sometimes you may think that you're showing love.
Right.
Maybe in your mind, you may think that you're showing love, but sometimes you may need to ask them.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about some of the things that you can do to kind of let your partner know without even saying a word how you feel about them. So let's go ahead. What's going to do for the first one? What are we going to talk about tonight?
The first one we got to talk about is, well, are you a good listener?
Are you a good listener? Or do you listen to understand, or do you listen to react?
Exactly.
You know how sometimes people talking to you be like, "Ooh, I can't wait. Oh, yeah, I can't wait till you finish because baby, I'm gonna tear him up to get through this. Go on, say your little words. Go say your little words. And
they're not listening. You're not listening because you just think about what you're gonna tell them. You got it all in your head. Just
say it. Go on, say it.
All you see is their mouth moving.
Yeah. Or they rolling their eyes, or smacking their lips, and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute. They don't even let you get it out because they're really not listening to understand you. They're just hearing your words. Because that's a huge difference.
Yeah, they call it active listening. Are you
actively listening to that person because you want to. If they're really explaining things to you or whatever, you want to hear them correctly. Actively listen to them so that you'll know the best way to respond.
Right. Exactly, girl. And they talk about. Do you ever ask your significant other how they are doing?
Yeah.
You just assume that they're okay. They're going through the motions every day. They get up, they go to work, they come home, cook, clean, whatever, tend to the kids if kids are there, and you don't really ask them how they're doing.
Because you know what?
There's something going on.
Some people could be losing their damn mind. Right in front of your eyes, and you not even know it. Some of them could be going through depression right in front of your eyes, or they could be having a damn nerve breakdown right in front of your eyes, and you don't even know because you're not truly paying attention and not even stopping to say, you know, how are you doing? Like, really? How are you really doing? Like, are you okay?
Yes.
Or you need to talk about some things? Are you worried about some things? Like, because sometimes that's all people need, just to say, how you doing?
And they might be just looking and doing just normal things like they do every day, but they're hiding it.
Yeah, or they things become a routine, so they get up, they do this routine, but in their mind, they're losing it and they're holding so much in.
Yeah. Just waiting for you to ask
like, how am I doing? Ask me how I'm doing. Do I look like I'm fine? Hell no, I'm crazy as hell. You have to ask people that because really, you don't know what their inner thoughts are.
Right.
Or their inner feelings are. So don't always assume people are okay.
Exactly.
Just ask, baby, how you doing today?
Yeah.
That ain't gonna hurt.
Yeah. And when you do ask them how they're doing, the next point is don't sit there and pretend like you're talking and listening when you're scrolling on your phone. Don't
talk to me when I'm on the phone. What's that? Look at this video, baby. Look at this video real quick. No, that's not how you, because you're not paying attention. You ain't listen to that person. You just want them to shut up so you can move on.
Exactly.
But you're really not getting to the core of what's going on with them. So you never know what that could be. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna talk to your partner, your significant other, give them your undivided attention. Don't have your phone on. They're like, yeah, baby, no, none of that. Try to put your phone away, ring her off, or whatever. You know, so they'll know that that you're taking it serious. You know.
Exactly. And one point they talk about is making time for your partner.
Yeah.
I mean, not just at home, not just sitting there with them watching TV. I mean, getting out of the house, doing something, planning something. Think about what they really want or who they are as a person and say, I know this person's going to like this. So let me go take them over here or take them over there. Anything, you know. To show them that you are thinking about them. Yeah,
because, you know, sometimes we'll get into our routines. And even though you have a partnership, of course you're two individual people.
Right.
But sometimes you have to just make time for that person. And it's not about taking away things that you enjoy doing. It's about making special time for the person that you say that you love. Because you don't know, you may not need to feel like you need to be around them that much, but they may need you around because they may be going through some things and you're just overlooking them and you're doing your own little thing and they're slowly going crazy because you're not paying enough attention or you're seeing other things that's taking their time away. That's putting them more and more into this lonely or depressing type of situation or feeling. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to push other things aside. Sometimes you got to push hobbies aside. Sometimes you got to push some people aside. To spend some special time with that loved one because you never know what they're really feeling.
I heard this one man said, when you're with someone, you're giving them your whole emotional life. you give your whole emotional life to that person.
Wow.
So they are the caretakers of your emotions because you are with them. You know what I'm saying? Because all your emotions are going to go on them because they're the closest person to you.
Yeah.
So you got to think about that. All their emotions are right here in front of me. I got to figure out how I'm going to deal with them so they're emotionally okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to think about that. When you're with somebody every day, you're in charge of their emotional state for the most part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They depend on you to make them emotionally okay.
Yeah, and it is not that one person is your entire happiness.
Right.
Because you can be happy with yourself, but they're a big part of that, especially if you're married.
Exactly.
Because you guys are joined together. So if you're married, you guys share common happiness.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, you can be happy on your own doing certain things, and you can be happy doing things. However, that person, you get a lot of joy with that person. So when that person doesn't spend time with you or is not around you or whatever, that joy starts to dwindle. You can do things on your own to say, okay, well, forget him or forget her. I'm going to do my own little thing. And you can for so long. But after a while, you're like, wow, I need that person with me.
Yeah.
But if he or she not going to be there, but go on, so let me spend time by myself, and I can get used to just that.
Just that.
You know?
But as a couple, your lives are intertwined.
Yeah, everything.
All the time. You're just intertwined. So you have to be involved with each other emotionally, physically, all that. Because you're right there 24/7.
Because who else they going to do it with?
Yeah.
You don't want Woodrow sticking in the back door saying, girl, I got some time for you, girl. What you want? How long you need me to give you?
Yeah.
You don't want that. Or Agatha like, well, honey, how much time you need, boo? You don't want that kind of mess going on. So you depend on that other person to satisfy all of those needs.
Yes.
You know, and it's not a lot of pressure. That's what you signed up for when you said I do, or I will commit, or you know, it's just you got a one-on-one thing. Now, if you're dating around, then then you get what you get from that person. You know, you just move on because it's not that serious. If you're just dating people, you know, but if you got a one-on-one, it's serious. Then you really got to think about the time that you put in with that person. It's not about me. It's all about my time. No, you got another person that's involved in this relationship, and you have to be considerate of their feelings.
Exactly. And we kind of touched on the friend thing about having other people in their lives, but do you know your partner's friends, and do they know your friends? And can y'all hang out with the friends? You know what I'm saying? As a couple, or vice versa. So.
Yeah, because hey, but look, don't let them have certain kind of friends. Hey, now you can't go to Agatha house over there by yourself. Right. We going to Agatha house together. Yeah. Now but the thing is, you really want your spouse or significant other to know who your friends are. Yes. Because if not, you'll be like, oh, I'm going to Sabrina's house. I'm going to. That's all he hear. I'm going to Sabrina's house. So then he starts to be envious or starting kind of. Not liking Sabrina based on the fact that you always want to be over there. Well, what's going on with Sabrina? Why you always want to go over there? What y'all doing over there? But once he gets to know her, understand the kind of person she is, and he's like, oh, she's really cool. I understand why you like to be around her. Right. But you start blocking out these old special friends, and you just hear the names, but you don't see the person. There ain't no work.
Then your mind starts racing. The person at home be like, what they doing with Sabrina? All the time of the week. Who's Sabrina inviting over? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you start
that's just being normal. Yeah. You don't want to think that, but that's just being normal. Yeah. You start thinking, well, hell, I want to go see Sabrina and what they doing with y'all. Why y'all always having?
That's why you should always know who your friends are, who their friends are.
Yeah. And you don't have to be so interactive with his friends. No, you don't. But it's cool to know them, because you have to choose your friends wisely also when you're in a relationship, because you don't want your married significant other to be hanging out with all these single friends, because then he gonna think he go out there, he can do what they do. No, bro.
Oh, I know.
You can't do that because that's not your lifestyle anymore. Right. It's cool that they're single, but you can't do the same type of things that they do. So it's gonna be a little. He's gonna have to make decisions on the things that he does. Exactly. So y'all gonna have to at least talk about those, so don't cause any issues.
And some of the coolest things you can do as couples is send each other cute messages throughout the day.
Oh,
I don't care if you send them on a text or just write it down. However you do it just because it's
know
so
how
special.
sweet that is, and what that if you're a mushy girl, like I'm a very mushy, squishy type of female.
Yeah.
And I love like cute little notes and cute little sayings. And it just, because to me, it brings back the newness of a relationship.
Yes.
All the anticipation and all the stuff of seeing that person.
Right.
Just to say, wow, look, that is so, you be like, boy, you better, boy, you get home today, boy, listen, it's going to be all right tonight. You're going to enjoy that. You look forward to seeing them because you're going to think about that little special time that they took out of their day just to write you something special.
Exactly. They were thinking about you were on their mind.
Yeah,
so
you
thinking about you enough to do that.
Yeah, so do that for someone. Just say, you know, I love you, or you're so special, or I've been thinking about you all day, or whatever. Just something cute.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, nice.
You know, some people are kind of iffy about this subject. Sometimes they're like, well, I don't like to show affection, you know, out in public. I don't like that kind of public display of affection. But
who the hell don't like that?
I know. Some people don't think it's appropriate. But some people say, hey, show affection in public.
Like, you don't have to be all doing the do, but you ain't got to do all that. But holding a hand or something, or you know how, you know what's so sexy to me? People even stand. But listen, y'all, isn't it so sweet? You know, your man, you know, when y'all walking, he just kind of put his hand up the lower part of your back, he'll kind of rub you a little bit, like, boy, you better, hey, don't start that. But that's just that manly hand on you. You know, he might go down like pop a little bit, but boy, ooh.
You ready to go home?
I want to go to dinner. We need to go home first.
Get some popcorn at home. I'm good.
But they're probably over Redenbacher. We would do this over Redenbacher after we get through. Now, here's what we're going to do. But I always think about something that touching is so sensual.
It really is.
It is and it don't take much. Baby, ooh, just small little touches.
Put your hand on it. Right
put your hand right there. And leave it till I tell you to move it. Just put your hand right there. I ain't gonna tell you what, but y'all know. Hey, put your hand right there. Baby, when I tell you, it's the small things. Like, I love my neck and back, like certain things you like. And it's in public, but it ain't bad, you know, it ain't nothing. Just gonna drive somebody crazy and make them throw up and that, you know? So little sweet things like that, you know, or when he's sitting next to you, put your hand on his knee, you know, on his leg or something, you know what I'm saying? Right there. I'm just saying for a friend. Now.
Oh, man, it's always good.
Yes.
Well, another thing you should do when your significant other is doing something special in their life, you should always be their biggest supporter.
Oh, yeah.
Always support them in everything they do.
Yeah, because some people, you know, and I know that there could be people out there that are, you know, they could be entrepreneurs and they may try different things. You don't be like, you wasn't trying now. You gonna try something else this week. You know, you gotta encourage them so that they don't, whatever dream that they have, you may not understand everything about it, but you need to still uplift them and support them because hey, you don't know what that dream may take them. But if that's their dream, you know, support them any way that you can, you know, and because that's going to make them feel good. It's going to make them work harder to do things, you know, together with you.
Right.
So don't never put them down because that make them mad and they start resenting you. Then, you know, you don't want them to do that when they're just trying to live out their dream or whatever.
Man. All right. Ooh, nothing better than having your partner bring you breakfast in bed or make you dinner or bring you your favorite snack.
Oh!
Anything with food is good.
Feed me, please, honey. We ain't talking about you being a snack. That may be later. But that is so nice. Just things that you know that they like. Like my husband is a hard candy fanatic. He loves hard candy, you know. Oh my goodness. So, but you know, even just get him like a nice bowl of hard candy, or even just cooking breakfast. You know, something, or just cook him a nice dinner. Just, you know, what makes me feel good is if I go in that kitchen and I cook this meal And my feet been hurting from standing up all the time cooking this meal. And just to hear him say, "Oh my God, baby, that was so good. That was so good."
Yeah.
Then my job is done, honey.
Yes,
I have what they say with the assignment. I understood the assignment,
Yes,
honey.
girl.
I understood the assignment.
Yes.
So that's all you really want. You want to be able to do
want.
something for your partner and for them to appreciate that.
Yes. There's nothing
Because
better
baby,
than that.
the worst thing you can do is I go there and slave all day in that doggone kitchen and you be like, you know what? I ain't even hungry. You gonna eat this food tonight, Joker. Open your mouth.
You stay up till you're hungry, okay? Don't
You ain't going to bed. Because I'm going to shovel it in there. You going to chew this food tonight. Because you put in so much effort. And then for somebody to say, oh, I don't want none, or I'm not hungry, or what? And you're like, I cooked all this food. How could you not at least get a small plate and let me know how it is? Because you're putting your heart and soul to please them.
Right.
Really, it's really about pleasing your partner.
That's what it is.
For real, it really is. You want them to be happy and say, "Oh my God, that was so good."
Yeah.
Would you let them say one thing wrong? I ain't cooking the rest of the week.
Girl.
I told you not to say nothing bad, didn't I? Don't you say nothing.
I know. Hey.
Eat it. Eat this damn food. Hush your mouth. Nah. Oh, you gonna be eating some Taco Bell the rest of the
Right,
week?
that's it. All you getting.
But it kind of puts a damper in the hard work that you do. And even though it may need a little something extra, a little salt or something, but you know, that's cool.
Hey.
But as long as they don't like hurt your feelings about things that you do,
Right.
you know, like if you're trying to clean or cook or wash or whatever, and they complain about it, you don't want to do it no more.
No, you don't.
You really don't, because you're like, all you're gonna do is hear a complaint, so why should I waste my time doing it?
Ooh, and it would be so nice if you see your partner in there cooking every week, just every week, every day. Then they come and cook for you and bring you your plate.
Girl.
That's how you
But
do
look,
it.
but look, they can't burn it.
No, please, you gotta know
Listen,
what you're doing.
if for real, I promise. If you know you really can't cook, don't do that.
Call for something they like.
Just
Call
order
a
it.
restaurant. Of their favorite food, give it to them.
Order it.
Yes.
Order, but do not. Because what if they really, really hungry and you gonna burn their damn eggs?
Oh.
Don't do that. Just don't do it. Just stick at what you know.
Yeah.
Your good talent. Cooking may not be your talent.
Whatever you do good, give it to them.
Hey, get it to them. Now you do that. But don't, if you know you're not good at something, I know they say, well, let them practice. I ain't got time to practice too much.
Right.
Just do things you know you're good and you know that they're going to really like. And just leave it at that. And I know you be appreciating the effort. You really do.
Yeah.
You appreciate the effort behind it and stuff. But stick with what you know.
Okay.
For real.
Another thing you can do for your partner, if they're going through some tough times, it could be they might hit rock bottom, lose their job, whatever. You have to support them through it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Give
that's
them
so
some
true.
support. You know.
You do, and don't. And then if they did lose their job for whatever reason, don't down them about that, because I'm sure that if they could have one, they would have one. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some jokers out there that just plain lazy. They don't want to do nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's when you have to sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah.
So, okay, so what's stopping you? What you going through? How can I help? Whatever. But it's a communication thing. And one thing just over the years, you learn more and more about people and what they like, what they don't like. But you got to learn your partner. If you can't learn your partner, then you living with a stranger.
Exactly.
You really living with a stranger. You don't know nothing about him. You ain't trying to know nothing about him. You're totally living with a stranger, so you can't connect with that person.
Yeah.
You have to get to know.
You don't really know what they
You don't know them.
Right.
It
might not even be a job. It could be going through family issues or something, or health issues. If you're not there to support them, if you don't know what they need, then
if you don't know them, how you gonna know what they need?
Exactly.
If you don't get to if you don't talk to them, how are you gonna know what they're going through and what they need? You have to talk to people, and you have to talk to them the right way. You have to talk to them with respect, and talk to them like you love them. Because if you don't, like I said, you just talking to a stranger, and you really don't give a damn, and they probably don't either. So you just have to learn who you're with, and don't waste nobody's time. Don't waste anybody's time. If you're not into that, just move on. That's the best thing to do. Don't even bother.
Right.
No.
It also tells you to don't sweat the small stuff
Yeah.
Don't be petty and think about little things that don't even really matter, you know?
Yeah.
In a relationship.
Girl.
Or hold resentment.
You drank my last jar of orange juice. I know I had a half a jar of orange juice in there. Why you drinking? People, they have a whole argument. I done seen people get shot and stabbed over food and juice, over Kool-Aid and burgers and. But it's not even that serious.
It's not.
It's not even that serious. Like stuff that petty, you know, it's not
really
serious
going on?
enough.
Yeah.
It's a really underlying
That's what it
issue.
seems
It's
like.
something else.
Yeah.
If they snapping at you over a cookie or some orange juice or some cereal, then it's something else.
They're looking for a fight.
They're looking for a fight.
Yeah.
They're looking for a reason to start an argument because it's
Right.
they've been mad at you about something else and they really haven't told you about it, so they pick it.
Right.
They pick it at every little thing that you do, but they won't really come out and say what the real issue is.
Yes.
So just say, hey, I know this ain't about no damn orange juice, you know, because I go get nothing. Orange juice, not that big of a deal.
Right.
So why are you really upset? Let's sit down and talk about that.
Yes.
And they have to be willing to talk about it, because you know it's so hard when you're in a relationship and you're the only one talking, and they just staring at you like a deer with a headlight blinding them.
Right.
What's the point? Like seriously, if you can't communicate with somebody, then what's the point? Because you can't figure them out and they can't figure you out. You're just staring at each other.
No.
That's the dumbest thing in the world. It's not gonna work.
Not at all. We talked about a little bit about showing appreciation for what people do for you. We talked about that some.
Yeah.
About just being appreciative of what your partner does every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't ignore it.
Yeah, because you know people do different things. Some you may have both people that work outside the home. You may have the husband or wife work outside, and one of them is stay at home, take care of the house or whatever, take care of the kids or whatever. But both of those are jobs. Both of that is a lot of work.
Yeah,
so
it is.
appreciate each other and then what each partner does, because it's not easy on either one of them. Because if they had to switch, they'd both be crazy. For real.
That's true.
Yeah, because if a housewife had to go do her husband's job, or the husband had to switch with the housewife, they both be crazy because they're both very hard jobs to do.
They really are.
So just appreciate each other.
Yes. It talks about appreciating the little quirks that a person has. Celebrate the uniqueness of your partner, no matter how weird it might be.
Yeah. But how crazy they are.
You might have to appreciate that because it's just who they are.
Because
they have some weirdness that going on with them, but
yeah, that's so true, because everybody's different and everybody has their thing.
Yeah.
Like, Veronica's like this, she always does this, or Sabrina's this way, So everybody has their own little personality that stand out to people and they never forget. So just gotta support that. Whatever it is.
Be true to who they are. Don't try to, take back, just say, oh, don't do that, which I do a lot. I do that a lot, but hey, we gotta celebrate our partner's uniqueness.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing to do. One thing we need to do is be spontaneous.
Oh,
I love doing
my
that.
God.
Being spontaneous, just getting up and going somewhere.
Honey.
Yes.
That right there,
That's
being spontaneous, honey. Any day, anywhere, anyhow, anyway.
Anywhere.
All up, under, everywhere. You understand what I'm saying?
In every kind of way.
In every kind of way, be spontaneous.
Yes.
If it's just say, I'm just get up and just go take it to dinner. Let me just get up and make a date night. Let me just go get up and I don't know.
Go out of town, go on a weekend trip or something.
Yeah, or even just a crazy sex night that you plan.
Yes,
just wild and crazy that you plan for him or her. Anything like that, but just be something spontaneous and stop getting into the routine, because over a period of time you'll just get into a routine of how you do things. The way you cook, the way you clean, the way you sex, and everything just turns into a routine. Because you be tired. You just like, well, let's get it and gone. And you get through. For real, you get into routines and you have to get out of that.
You do.
Because if you don't keep the spark in your relationship, then things die down. And you always want to keep the spark going. You always want to keep the flame lit, honey. You just want to keep it exciting and fun and happy and joyful. You know what I'm saying? You want to have a happy, healthy relationship. And it takes both people
It
to
really
do
does.
that.
And that's where the active listening comes into play. You got to really think about, they said something like this. They said something to me today. I'm going to act on this tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's, I wish I had this, or I'm so tired, my body's hurting. Run a bath, a bubble bath. Salt in with some candles, or
give them a massage, or just something, just to try to
let them know,
de-stress them.
Yes, and I heard what you said. I'm gonna do this for you because I'm thinking about you.
Or just like I understood what you said,
right?
And now I got to make some changes within myself.
For you,
I got to make some changes within myself because maybe I thought I had made changes and I really didn't. But that's why I say you really listen to your partner when they say I'm missing this or I'm missing that in your relationship. Listen to that. Don't just say, well, I did it yesterday. I did it 2 months ago. No. It's an everyday thing that some people need to keep them going in a relationship, to keep it fun and exciting and all of that. So the things don't die down. You want it always to be flaming.
Right.
Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you.
Oh, goodness.
And so what else?
Okay, the last thing we're talking about is asking for advice.
Oh,
sometimes you need your partner to tell you what they need. They need your opinion. You need their opinion on some things. Yeah, and it might make them feel really good. It's like, oh, you want to know?
I was like, oh, you want to know from me, honey? Honey, let me tell you how to do this thing. But that makes them feel good.
Especially a woman coming to a man and saying, honey, can you please help me with this? Or tell me what you think about this.
Because a lot of times it's like you value their opinion.
Yes.
You care about what they feel about what you're doing. So you ask them for advice. And don't and some of y'all be like, don't you know how to do it? You know how to do that yourself. It ain't about that. It's that I value what you think about it. And I appreciate your opinion. Now, some of them may do what you want to do anyway, but it's good to have their opinion because you're showing, I care about what you feel about this too. So let me know. I'm a damsel in distress, honey. So you tell me what I need to do. Even though you really you know what to do, but it's just good to have your partner's opinion on different stuff.
It's so cool when you see your partner is good at something, and you know they're good at something. When you handle things or when they talk to certain people, it's always good to talk and say, hey, what would you say to this person if I was doing with this? And it just, girl.
And you have
appreciation.
Exactly. And you also when you're giving advice, like don't talk at them.
Right.
Don't talk at them. Right. Talk with them. Don't say things to put them down or to hurt their feelings or throw jabs or just to do little things to make them tick. You jabbing them all in the side with a pitchfork or whatever. Don't do that. Do things that say, wow, so they'll appreciate your opinion because every time they come to you and you're saying something mean or bad or negative or throwing jabs or talking to them crazy, then they're never going to want to come to you. Then that breaks down the communication. And that's the last thing that you want to do in a relationship is mess up because once you stop talking, your mind start like, you know what, I can't talk to this joker. He ain't feeling on me or nothing, making me feel special.
Right.
So you're not talking, you're not touching each other. So what do? You're living with a stranger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you're going separate ways. You're checked out. He may be checked out. So it ain't but one or two things left to do. That's run and divorce. For real. So if you really want your relationship, you gotta make changes to make it work because the relationships they're not easy.
No, it takes work. It takes work.
Be crazy as hell, y'all know.
Yeah, girl.
You have to work, and really, a relationship is like two imperfect people trying to make a relationship work by talking, trust, communication, all that kind of stuff.
So
trying to keep it healthy.
And it might be real frustrating because you might have talked about this over and over again for years.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? And nothing has gotten resolved. The reason it's gotten resolved because you haven't completely, taking care of that situation. So why are you still talking about it? Then it's time to nip it in the bud and figure something out for both of you.
And if you can't do it with just each other, go get some counseling.
Oh yes,
you're gonna have to get some counseling because sometimes the way maybe how you talk or how you come across may be so harsh, the person feels like they can't really talk to you. So you know what? Sometimes it's great to get a third person. Go get a professional, not cousin Woodrow and them. No. Go get a professional that can sit you both down and say, okay, you know what? If you do this and then you do that, things will work out better.
Right.
So that's what you may need to do to get, you know, to kind of smooth things over and you get on a better path to a healthy relationship.
Oh, yes. That's a good advice. I love that.
Yay.
All right.
So y'all, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about some of these things? I mean, we all have ups and downs in relationships, of course, and there's so many different things you can do to better them, to spice them up and stuff like that. So we really hope that you guys have a good, happy, healthy, fun, sparkling rainbows relationship. You know, I think it'll be wonderful.
Oh, yes.
And on that note, this wine has gone down. All right, so Sabrina, what kind of shout out you got tonight, girl?
I'm going to have a shout out to my husband and my sons. I'm going to see one soon. So excited. And my grandbaby, so excited to see him. And my daughters and my cousins and aunties and uncles, my beautiful mother, my sisters, and this one right here, love her so much. I'm so glad you're feeling better, girl.
Oh, thank you, child.
And Mr. Barry Ward, thank you so much for everything you do every week. Appreciate you so much. And we will see y'all, Wine Down family, next week.
All right. You guys, thank you so much for tuning into Wine Down Fridays. We appreciate all the love and support, for real, for real, for real. Yes. Thank you to my wonderful family, my 4 boys, my beautiful sisters, my mom, my brother Billy, my sister-in-law, my daughters-in-law, my wonderful husband, Mr. Barry Ward Sr., and all my wonderful friends that love and support us. We love you guys so very much. Wine Down family, you guys take care. Have a wonderful Friday, honey. And we'll see you guys next week here on Wine Down Fridays. Bye. Get some of this wine. It's good, y'all.
It's best wine, y'all. So yummy.
It's good, for real, though.
Cheers.
It's good. Oh, that's really good.
I love it.
It is, I mean, for real.
Yes.
Golly. Now, some of them don't taste like this. They be tasting bitter, like beer. But this one is good.
Yes, I love it.
Yay.
Good stuff.
I like that.
Good wine drinking music.